most of the folks that we have that are moving on to, I won't say greener pastures, I'll say other pastures, that they're moving for their family, for their career, or for other reasons. And we are going to sincerely miss you all. Our next two folks that we want to recognize have made it. They're at the finish line. And here it is. Just don't trip on your way across it. And it is going to be fantastic. And I would like to begin by recognizing someone who is, let me start with this. So for those of you that don't know my background, I am a music person. Okay, I was a band director before I became an administrator. And that is who I am to my core to this day. Well, when I first came to, I'm going to show my age here. When I first came to the system, I got hired at Burt Rumble Middle School. The reason I'm saying that shows my age is that school's not even there anymore. Okay, I was hired at Burt Rumble Middle School as the band director. And all I heard was, oh, those kids you're going to get from Linwood are going to be great. Those kids you're going to get from Linwood are going to be great. Those kids you're going to... And I'm like, why? And they said, oh, Sheila Clopton is their music teacher. Sheila Clopton is their music teacher. She is phenomenal. She's going to do a great job. Well, here's something that was interesting. The kids that I got from Linwood were great. They were fantastic. They were as good as I could have ever asked them to be. So, fast forward, many years, I go into administration. As my band director friend said, I went to the dark side. So I become an administrator, and we had a music position open at Perry Primary, at Perry Primary at the same time that the Bay schools began privatization, so they were closing. So I called up my friend Sheila Clopton, and I will say that this is the only person I've ever had a conversation like this with. But it was a slightly different time, so we could get away with this. I said, hey Sheila, I got a music position opening. And she said, oh great, I need a job. And then she said, do you want me to come interview? And I said, well, you can if you want to, but you really don't have to. Do you want the job? And it was because I had known her awesome work all of those years. And Sheila has been phenomenal. I couldn't ask for a better music teacher in this building. The kids perform so well. And I can't tell you how proud I am when I go to a Braves game and watch our chorus sing the national anthem and sing it well. And I can't tell you how much pride I had 2 years ago now when you pulled up the front page of ESPN online. And there was Langston Road Elementary School from Perry, Georgia, because we had a child whose dad came home from the military, and they did it right there while the kids were right after the anthem on the field. And it was a beautiful, I mean, I'm going to tell you, if that didn't make you cry, there's something wrong with you. And it was just a beautiful moment. And I just, come on now. I just want to tell you guys that of everybody in this room, the person, I was thinking about this today, the person with whom I think, and I'm not making it about me, but the person with whom I have the longest relationship is Sheila Clopton. Because we have known of or been friends with each other since 1996. That has been a day or two ago. So now, Sheila, as you get ready to move to your lake house full time, Terry, she's coming home. Where you at, Terry? She's coming home. Okay, she's not going to have an apartment for Robins anymore. As you move to the lake house, the only thing I'm going to say is I do expect an invitation, at least every now and then. And Ms. Clopton, I want to present to you a gift from us to you to thank you for your 36 and a half years of service. Wow. And I'd like to open it up. If anybody would like to speak, you're welcome. And then at the end, I'm going to make you talk because that's just the way it works.
On behalf of the music teachers, the elementary music teachers, we agree with you. And we thank you, Sheila, for being that light and that inspiration for the rest of us to do even just a little bit more for her. We just appreciate you so much, and we're going to miss you. I'll get hugs later because I don't know.
Thank you for being my mentor. She was my little mentor 10 years ago.
Thank you, Faye.
Thank you.
I speak, but I cry.
I'd like to say something. My name is Jonathan Clopton. I'm her son. I was 30 years old. 30 years old as of March, and I was born in Houston County. I've gone through the school system, and just watched and learned how not only my mom but my father and them teach. And they teach with a passion. Honestly, I've only seen a trillion amount of teachers teach with. And you know, even to this day, I work at the medical center ER, and I have somebody maybe once a week, every 2 weeks, they'll say, "Hey, I know your mom, I know your dad," and they had a significant impact on my life. And you know, that has an impact on me as well. And I can only hope to be someone who has that kind of passion with their job as y'all do with yours. And so, proud of you.
When I came on board, I was extremely nervous to come to a new county, new school, new city. And I got paired with a great fine arts person who, I think in the very beginning he said, "I'm going to give you 2 mentors. You can have Coach Henry and Miss Clopton." And I was like, "Ooh, okay." But this lady right here has been there for me. She's listened to me. She's guided me. She's looked out for me and stepped up to bat for me a couple of times. And even when I was having probably one of the worst weeks, she called me up, because the other thing that was so exciting, y'all, is she's a Lake Country girl. I tried to get her to commute with me this year, but she wouldn't do it. But she called me over and invited me for dinner with Terry, and it just meant so much to me. And I'm just so glad that we're still going to be closer than anybody else. And thank you for everything. Love you.
I'm going to be brief. I've been blessed with parents who put the love of music in my heart at a very early age. And those of you who have babies, I can't tell you how important it is to hold those babies, to read to them, to sing to them, and to love them, because that's where the nurturing starts, right there. That's so important. And then those of you that have kids, you know, the parents are driving up and down the road all the time. Piano lessons, voice lessons, band, working in the concession stands, riding the buses. My parents have always been there for me. And when I was in the 5th grade and I had a wonderful music teacher like y'all, that's the time that I came home and told my parents, I know what I want to be when I grow up. Lithonia Bennigan was my inspiration. Even though I had all these music teachers and parents and everything, I saw her passion for music and children, and she passed on that joy of music and teaching to me. And I knew right then at the age of 10 what I wanted to do. I know everybody doesn't know what they want to do when they're 10 years old, but I never changed that dream and that goal. And I had a lot of people to help me along the way. And then when I met Terry, he supported me along the way. I got married when I wasn't finished with college yet, but he was always there to support me and encourage me and deal with all the nights I came home late or stayed up late working on stuff. And Terry, I'm coming home. I'm not going to stay late at school anymore. But I have to thank God too for allowing me to pass on a love of music with children every day. And it's not just about teaching quarter notes and 8th notes and using music to reinforce what y'all are doing in the classroom, but it's to make every child realize that they're valued, and to give them a way to express themselves and to feel and to appreciate life. And I thank you all for supporting me and encouraging me and loving me. I'm going to miss all of y'all, but thank goodness there's Facebook to stay connected. Come see us at the lake. That's it.
Well, our last honoree